Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Adhia Herawan. I'm a college student in Pasundan University. Right now, I want to tell you guys about plastic. Like the title, plastic is bad for health and the environment. I have 5 topics for today. And did you guys know that plastic is really bad for health and the environment? Of course, you guys know it, right? According to the latest research from LIPI, or Indonesian Institute of Science, that the level of public dependence on plastic is really high. So it's hard to separate plastic from our daily lives. And plastic is one of materials that is often to use to wrap food, and plastic is a cheap food wrapper. But sadly, many people didn't know about the danger of plastic. Okay, the first thing that I want to tell you, as you can see in the PowerPoint, the bad impact of plastic packaging on health. There is plastic particles can cause health problems, dangerous for baby and toddlers, and have potential to trigger cancer. The particle's name is BPA or bisphenol A. Bisphenol A is a chemical used in making plastic bottles. The purpose of using this chemical is to make the bottle not easily damaged when dropped and make the bottle look clearer. But BPA is not recommended to be used for plastic beverage or food packaging, especially for hot food and drinks, and used repeatedly. My second point is the consequences of plastic waste. I've read it in Indonesian Environment and Energy Center that plastic waste give a lot of bad consequences. But right now, I just want to tell you guys 4 consequences. The first consequences is blocking the circulation of air in the soil. Because of that, there is no circulation of air and no space for underground critters like worms, so they can fertilize the soil properly. The second consequences is animals can get entangled in plastic waste. Sometimes animals can tell the difference between their food or plastic waste, so they often to get trapped. And the third consequences is when an animal dies, the plastic bag is still in the body. Why? Because plastic will not break down into a carcass, and the worst effect is it can poison other animals. The last consequences is disposing plastic waste carelessly will clog the river flow. When river flow clog, it can cause flooding. Okay, the next topic is there is fact that related to plastic and environment. The first fact is 80% of the trash in the ocean. There is 80% of the trash in the ocean and 90% of it is plastic. The second fact is many turtles in the Thousand Island die. The turtles die because they eat plastic that they think it's a jellyfish, their favorite food. And the last fact is every year, plastic kills seabird, marine mammals, and fish. They killed 1 million seabird, 100,000 marine mammals, and countless fish. And actually, the use of plastic materials in consuming food is not something to be afraid of, as long as we know how to use it properly. This explanation was conveyed by the research person during the broadcast of Suara Science and Technology in Tuesday, March 6, 2007, directly from the mini studio of the state's Ministry of Research and Technology on the frequency 105.0 FM. So there is 4 easy ways to avoid the danger of plastic. The first way is distinguish between reusable and single-use plastic. Because have their own characteristic, so the raw material and the process of the plastic is different. The second way is plastic for packaging must be based on SNE, so it is safe at certain temperatures and fats or oils. The third way is avoid using crackle bags from oily and hot food because the addictive substances in plastic are easily decomposed in fat and heat when contaminated with food that enters the body. Accumulatively in experimental animals can cause cancer, hormonal change, and cause multiple sex birth. And the last way is replace some plastic packaging into edible film. Did you guys know what is edible film is? Edible film is a thin layer that functions as a food packaging or coating and can be eaten together with the packaged product. Besides functioning to extend the shelf life, edible film can also be used as carrier of other compounds, including vitamins, minerals, antioxidant, antimicrobials, preservative, ingredients to improve the taste and color of packaged products. The material used to make edible film are those that have the ability to form a thin layer, are relatively inexpensive, are easily biodegradable, and the manufacturing technology is simple. Materials that have these characters include cassava starch, corn, chitosan or sheepskin, and carrageenan or seaweed. So if we want to change the materials to be an edible film, we need food technology because the process of making edible film is not easy, guys. The last topic that I want to tell you is how to save the environment from the danger of plastic. The first is reuse, reduce, recycle. Of course, you guys know it, right? Because these three R's are studied from we in elementary school, right? And the second is start using biodegradable plastic. The plastic can be decomposed again by microorganisms naturally. Such plastic are made from renewable materials, namely from compounds found in plant starch, such as tapioca and corn. However, the use of this plastic is still have problems. The price is much more expensive than the usual plastic. And the last is make an appeal to the public to be aware of the danger of plastic. We must love our environment so that ourselves and the others feel a comfortable life. And I have a quote. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. From George Bernard Shaw. From these quotes, I conclude there will be no progress without change. Namely, this earth will not improve if we do not change bad habits into good ones. And if we want to change something, we have to change our mindset first. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Hopefully, this topic is useful for all of us and makes us more aware of the danger of plastic. And sorry if there are wrong words that are intentional or not. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.